guys, how are we doing today? I am Dee and I am coming to you with keto, low carb friendly pizza crust. So I hope you are ready. So I've started my 60-hour fast, so I will not be eating this. That's why we're making pizza crust, because I'm going to stick these in the freezer and I will have them after we finish our 60-hour reboot, okay? Hey Philip, how are you doing? So glad to see you. I am wanting to give you guys two options on low carb keto friendly pizza crust. Hey Cindy, how are you? So the first one is cauliflower pizza crust, and if you guys like cauliflower, if you can find some cauliflower or vegetable emojis, please put those in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it, okay? So what I've got, guys, is a 10-ounce bag of frozen cauliflower. You can get it, cauliflower rice, I should say. You can get it anywhere at any store. So please, as you're joining me, please tell me where you're coming from and put one in the comments if you're catching me live. And I missed you in the comments if you are catching me on the replay. And guys, you know whether I'm live or not because you'll see the little red live up in the top left corner. And if you get any value out of what I'm sharing out, please share it out there. The other thing I want to let you guys know is I have started a YouTube channel and I am working on uploading all of my keto kitchens, so it'll be easier for you guys to find it. Hey Diane from Canada, awesome, thank you for joining me. Hey Lisa, so I'm going to put the link to my YouTube channel in here, but I've only got like 6 or 7 of the keto kitchens uploaded right now. But I will continue uploading those so it'll be easier for you guys to get to it. Hey Donna from Australia. Hey Janet, how are you? So let's talk about our keto pizza crust, okay? So like I said, I got 10 ounces of cauliflower rice in here, okay? The thing about the cauliflower rice is you really want it to be at room temperature. You don't want it to be cooked and you don't want it to be frozen, because if it's hot, it's going to cook the egg that you're going to put in here. And if it's frozen, it's going to freeze the egg. And yes, I've done both. So I can tell you, you don't want to do that, okay? So what we've got, guys, is the cauliflower rice. And then I'm going to put an egg. Let me grab an egg. In the middle, I made a little well in the middle. Hey, Dorothy, in the middle of the cauliflower rice. And guys, if you get any value, I don't know if I told y'all or asked y'all, please share this out there. Sharing is caring, and I greatly appreciate it. And guys, this recipe is in our secret group. So if you want to be a part of our secret group with where all these delicious recipes are housed, and so much education on a healthy lifestyle, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be a keto lifestyle. It's a healthy lifestyle, so because that's what it's all about. Hey Johnny, how are you? Hey Pam, thanks for sharing, Dorothy. Okay, so I've got my egg in there. Now guys, what I have learned about the cauliflower crust is the more spices you put in, the less you taste the cauliflower. So if you don't like cauliflower, put your spices in there. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of of garlic powder, and then I'm going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Okay. Hey Mary, how are you doing, my friend? Hey Christine. And you don't have to put this, guys. You can put whatever spices you want in here, because it's really up to you on how you want your pizza crust to taste, okay? And then I am going to put in a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Hey Ruth, how are you? Now guys, if you like garlic, put me some garlic emojis in the comments, please. I would greatly appreciate it. And then guys, what we're gonna do is we're going to whip up the egg and the spices without incorporating the cauliflower. We're just going to mix all those spices in. Now obviously it's in the middle of the cauliflower, so you're going to get a little bit of it in. But then once you get that blended, you're going to add in the cauliflower to where it's all mixed in there together. I don't know if y'all can hear my puppy dog. Thank you, Dorothy. Chili peppers or red peppers and garlic. I couldn't think. So here's all my spices mixed in there. The only other thing that we have to add is mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to put in a cup of mozzarella cheese here. And you can put as much or as little mozzarella cheese as you want. And normally I put more, but I'm gonna leave it less this time, okay? Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Diane. And guys, give me some hearts if you, in the comments, if you are missing pizza. Are you missing pizza? And have you ever tried cauliflower crust? So once you mix it in, guys, and I make individual personal pan sizes because we like to be able to make whatever we want. So if my husband wants mushrooms on his pizza, he can have it. I don't eat mushrooms, but if I want black olives on my pizza, I can have it. So what I do is I'm gonna bake this at 400 for about 40 minutes. And it's gonna look like it's burning, but it's not. It just looks like that. But if you take it out any sooner, at least with my oven, then it does not hold up to the weight of the toppings. So I like to get it, make sure it's done, because then after it's cooked, it's gonna completely cool down, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm gonna stick it in the freezer. And after we finish with our 60-hour reboot, then we will be able to have pizza whenever we want it, because the crust will already be ready. And all we have to do is take it out, put the marinara sauce on it, and whatever toppings we want it, and throw it in the oven. And guys, you do not have to thaw it out to cook it with your toppings. I take it out of the freezer, put my toppings on it, and throw it in the oven that's preheated at 400, and it is done and ready for us to enjoy within 10 minutes. So pre-making your pizza crust and sticking them in the freezer is amazing, because you don't have to take up too much time when you're in a hurry and you need something to eat, or when you don't feel like cooking. So I get about 4 personal pan pizzas out of this, maybe 5. I'm gonna stick with 4 because there's not enough in there to make a 5th one. So 4 personal pan pizza crust out of this, but it's super, super, super yummy. I want that in there. And it looks delicious and smells amazing. So, all right, so that is, there we go. That is our cauliflower crust, okay? So I'm gonna move it over here. And I forgot to preheat my oven, so I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven. There we go, so that's going. Now, the other pizza crust, in case you just are like, I cannot do cauliflower. I can't do it. Doesn't matter what I try, I can't do it. The other one is what I call my everything dough. And you put in 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. So guys, there is an option for everybody on pizza crust. There's also a chicken pizza crust that I like, but these are the 2 that we're gonna go with tonight, okay? So, I've got 2 cups of mozzarella cheese, and now I'm going to get 2 ounces of cream cheese. I use Philadelphia because I pick it up at Sam's or Costco, but you guys can use whatever kind you want. And this is super, super easy. I stumbled across this recipe by mistake because I was talking to somebody on the phone and I left out an ingredient, and it turned out to be a delicious dough. So hang on just a second. I'm putting this in the microwave for 2 minutes, but after about a minute, you want to check it generally, stir it up, and put it back in the microwave. The other thing that will be in here is 2/3 cup of almond flour and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. There's no egg. That's the ingredient that I forgot. And it's super cool because it turns out to be an amazing dough. I mean, it's just amazing. It goes great for calzones. It makes great pizzas. You name it, it makes it. So give me just a second. I got 2/3 of a measuring cup here. I've got my baking powder here, and it'll be just a second. And the nice thing about this dough, guys, instead of baking it first, you can actually just roll it up into a ball and freeze it. But I actually like to bake mine first. So again, when I'm ready, I just pull it out, put my toppings on, and throw it in the oven, and it is ready to go. So this is definitely not ready yet. So what we're doing, guys, is we're melting this to where it will become the consistency of dough. And by the way, my sister bought me these leggings. They're Under Armour for my birthday, and I just absolutely love them. And she got my favorite color, orange, on the side of them. Hey, Nicole, how are you doing, my friend? Did you go on your bike ride? We went for a very long walk today. Our puppy dog was really hot, but we keep giving her water, and she keeps refusing it. So we just pour it on top of her and rub her down in it because we don't want her to get too hot. So what did you guys do today while we're waiting on that? Can y'all tell me? And please, please, please tell me if you share this out so I can thank you, because I love to thank everyone for sharing this out. It can be shared to your wall, it can be shared to a group, it can be shared to a friend, whatever, because I greatly appreciate it. Let's see where we're at. We got 25 seconds. 25 seconds and counting. And my oven's almost preheated. It's not there yet. But it'll get there quickly. All right. This is what it looks like, and I'm gonna stir it in together. Johnny, thank you for sharing. Diane, thank you for sharing. Church and just spent time with your girls. That's awesome, Nicole. Bike ride, 5 miles, homemade spaghetti sauce. Woo, Janet, that sounds good. My nephew said, where did you get bikes? We can't find bikes anywhere. And I said, well, we got our bikes last summer. So we got it before all of the things sold out. Okay, so there's our dough. Our cheese melted, I should say. And then I'm gonna put 2/3 cup of almond flour in here. And stir that in. And again, you can make this into individual pizzas or one big pizza. It's really, really up to you guys. Or you can leave it as one ball and put it in the freezer and then thaw it out, roll it out, and cook it. But I like to have mine cooked. Hey, Barbara, thanks for joining me. Lisa, thank you for sharing. Lazy Sunday at the pool. Dorothy, those are awesome days. Awesome days. I like to pull mine out of the freezer and just put my toppings on it and bake it. So it'll be ready in 10 minutes, just like the cauliflower crust pizza as well. So, all right, now I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. And guys, if you have never joined me on a 60-hour reboot, I would recommend that you join me on the 60-hour reboot because it is amazing. Totally amazing. So we just started. It will end Wednesday morning. So it's all liquids, no solid foods for 60 hours. So looky here. There's our dough. Pretty awesome. So you can take it and roll it out into individual pizzas. Give me just a second. And you're gonna bake this about the same as the cauliflower crust. You're just going to put it on your parchment paper and stretch it out to the personal pan size you want. Or, like I said, you can make one big pizza out of it as well. Now, I generally roll this out between parchment papers, but you don't have to. You can just do it this way as well. Barbara Brown, thank you for sharing. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are the best, and I cannot say how much I value you guys for jumping on and joining me, because there's no reason for me to come and do this if it wasn't for y'all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, I gotta tell you also, if y'all saw me make that low carb ice cream sandwich, it was delicious. So I highly recommend that. That recipe is in our secret group too. So if you want to be a part of that secret group, and guys, I'll put group in the comments. I didn't finish. I got ADD there for a second and got sidetracked. You can put whatever spices you want. If you want this dough to have garlic in it, if you want it to have red pepper flakes in it, you can add that. But for whatever reason, I just always leave this as plain and then put all the spices on my pizza. So that's how I do this one. So I've actually got enough dough here to make 5 pizza crust, and I will be ready to go. So between these 2 types of pizza crust, we have enough for 9 personal pan pizzas. So that'll give us at least 4 meals, and then a leftover one if we want to have an extra one. Thank you for sharing, Barbara. I don't know if I said that already or not. All right, guys, so that is what I've got for you tonight, but I want to make sure y'all can see this. Can y'all see that? Super, super easy, and it just bubbles up until it gets to a golden brown, and then you take it out, let it completely cool, throw it in the freezer, and then you're ready to go when you're ready to have pizza. But like I said, we started our 60-hour reboot, and so we will not be eating this until after Wednesday morning. Who knows, maybe I'll have a pepperoni pizza Wednesday at lunch, or maybe I'll wait until Friday or whatever. So it just really depends. So thank y'all for joining me. Hey Josh, we just made 2 types of pizza crust, I should say. Cauliflower crust, which is right here, ready to go in the oven. And what I call my everything dough, which is right here, ready to go in the oven. Does Dorothy live close to me? Yes, we live, probably about 20 minutes, I guess. She lives in Rossville and I live in Hickson, and she was actually over here last night for dinner, and her and William were, and we had a great time. So we're gonna try to get together more often because we just love hanging out together, so it's awesome. Hey Peggy, thanks for jumping on. I'm just finishing up with the pizza. We made cauliflower crust and everything dough crust as well. Look forward to the recipe. Have a great night. Thanks, Janet. You too. Thanks, Roberta, for jumping on. All right, guys, y'all have a great night, and I'll put the link to my YouTube channel so you guys can please go subscribe, because I have to have, I think, 1,000 subscribers before I can start doing lives on my YouTube channel. So everything has to be an upload right now until I get more people following me. Oh, yeah, they were amazing. So, all right, guys, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.